Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here, otherwise known as the bot video guy. I am back with another one of these Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI casts, and we have got ourselves what should be a good one here today. We are on the map Oceanborn, the AI edition, with a Terran versus Zerg coming at us. However, as always, it's a bot versus bot game, so the races are not as important as you may think. And so we're going to be having BenBot, the late game Battlecruiser build-in Terran, taking on Caninana, the macro Zerg that tends to play it a little bit safe but has a beastly late game, probably the best late game out of all the Zerg bots. And so, we're going to see how well Caninana can do against BenBot in this match. We do have BenBot going for its patented single proxy racks bunker contain, using the compounding effect of a proxy in early cheese to send a lot of bots for a loop. And so, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go ahead, slap that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you want to get daily bot videos. Well, not daily, but quite a few bot videos get pumped out on this channel. And then subscribe to the channel. I already said subscribe. Leave a like, and yeah, comment down below. All that jazz. I think it may be the summer heat we're getting here. Could be getting to my brain a little bit, melting it, turning it into mush. Soon enough, I'll be playing Protoss. And now we've got a Marine starting off with this proxy. However, it looks like the bunker will indeed get up. And so this bunker now going to be shooting away at this hatchery. Two Marines are in there now, and there's going to be a third on the way. SCV repairs that bunker up. So Caninana had a drone pull, and it looks like it almost dealt with that. However, it attacked the bunker. It didn't get the SCV necessarily, and so this could mean that Caninana may be losing its natural base. That is really problematic, and this is a big loss potentially for Caninana, as it is a bot that goes for the early pool, and yet it is still in a lot of trouble here. So not only did it delay its economy, it delayed its economy, and it hasn't been able to hold off this cheese so far. And this will put BenBot in a pretty good position if it does take its own natural. Caninana's got Burrow on the way. It's got this one spine crawler building. I believe a single Marine is shooting that. The rest of them focused on the hatchery. However, it looks like that this is not going to be saved. Looks like that spine crawler actually gets canceled. I don't know why that was. But yeah, BenBot's proxy bunker works once more. Looks like Caninana's going to try and get up another spine crawler for some reason. I guess the other one got so low that it decided to cancel it instead. There is roaches on the way out for Caninana now, and with Burrow, they should be able to clean this up. However, yeah, look at that spine crawler being shot at. Probably just going to be canceled. There it goes. There's now a command center on the way for BenBot. A couple of roaches are out now. They can just burrow when they get injured, or they can't quite yet. They have to pull back. Burrow will be done momentarily. There we go. They immediately pop their heads into the sand. BenBot, though, rallying out marauders. That drone hides with the roaches. It just wants to fit in. And yeah, BenBot's proxy has gone above and beyond, dealing damage to this Zerg bot. Caninana definitely can come back from this position. However, it's got a long way to go, and it needs to deal with this proxy sooner rather than later. It does have a good amount of roaches out, so it should be fine to clean this up soon. I mean, 6 roaches, they all heal up pretty quickly. They can start attacking this bunker, as long as they do start attacking this bunker. I mean, BenBot is still just rallying out units. It's even got a tank on the way now. If that tank joins up with that bunker, that would be very problematic. I don't believe it does. We do see a scan get baited out. A drone burrow is trying to save itself. However, with that scan going, it does perish. No roaches have died yet. The bunker's still holding strong. The SCV repair is big, and other marauders coming in. So we'll see if Caninana can break this bunker this time around. It's not easy. Eventually the roaches will hit the tipping point to completely clear out this location. It is taking a long time though, but by gosh, the tank is coming with this too, and this is so problematic. The bunker is being repaired by this one SCV. The tank is just going to be a couple seconds too late, I think. Is it going to get its shots off? It does start shooting away on these roaches. All of a sudden, they are closing the distance though, and man, if that tank was a second earlier, that bunker could have been saved, and I'd say this game would have just been over. However, Caninana does finally break free and is able to take its natural. Behind this, though, BenBot is building up a bunker, got its natural base up, so it is in a great economic position compared to its opponent. Then again, these Zerg bots, they can shoot up in the macro. It's not going to be easy for Caninana in this case, though, as like it's a one-base Zerg against a two-base Terran. BenBot can make all the units that it wants to. It's getting a Raven that will help deal with creep, deal with the burrowed units. Still spitting out odd units here and there. Lots of Marauders, I like to see that. Very good against the Roaches. Then we've got just more tanks, the Ravens on the way. Yeah, I'm not really worried about a counterattack, because that siege tank did help kill off like 7 of the Roaches of Caninana. And now we're just going to have to see this blue bot macro up, hopefully not die to any counter damage. Looks like there's a random Widow Mine out on the map for BenBot, trying to repay the favor, I guess, of all the burrowed lings that hide at the Terran expansions. Overseers are out for Caninana, trying to see what they can see. This mine still just being kept tabs on. That natural base is now up. Caninana is pumping out some queens, getting up another spine crawler, and that's the Caninana thing, just to play it generally safe. Build a bit of static defense, make a good amount of units to defend against most attacks, obviously not the proxy in that case. But the fact that it's still investing in this spine crawler when it's in such a bad economic position is a little bit concerning. We've got the fusion core on the way, which could lead to the first Battlecruiser for BenBot, and that's going to be really problematic for the Zerg. Now, Caninana generally does pretty good dealing with these BCs. It's now getting up its 3rd base, really trying to catch up in that economy. BenBot, however, does have its own 3rd flying on over, so it's going to be a really strong macro Terran against a Zerg that's just trying to get established. And I genuinely don't know if Caninana is going to be able to pull this one back, or if it's just going to be like BenBot just rolls it in a minute here with a big attack or something like that. There is the 3rd on the way for BenBot, turning into a planetary, so that's going to be a bit of an economic hit to it. It will keep it safe from harassment or attacks, but it does mean 1 less orbital dropping mules, and that's the kind of economic advantage that Caninana needs. Needs to come back in this, and we have seen the multiple planetaries bite BenBot in the butt previously against other Terran bots that did go for all the mules. They had a lot more money to spend, and so yeah, BenBot's economy still incredibly far ahead, but it's little things like that that could lead to Caninana coming back in this game. This Overseer and Widowmine have got to be building a pretty close relationship at this point. They're really getting to know each other. BenBot is starting to move out for an attack. However, it does pull back. Just wanted to kill that one changeling, I guess. It's got actually so many Marauders here. 9 Marauders out. That is ridiculous. And it's got Stimpack too. No Medivacs, or pardon me, just 1 Medivac to go with them. So yeah, BenBot actually going into bio. It has yet to make a Battlecruiser, so it's really just focusing on a Terran ground composition for now. Now we see that first BC on the way. No Yamato cannon researched yet, but that BC is on the way, and so the clock is starting to tick, in which Caninana is going to be getting harassed a little bit. The Zerg bot, though, up to 3 bases, now up to 4. You may say it's on a very low drone count, and it is. However, it does benefit from that speed mining, saturating these bases up. Weapon refit on the way. 4th base now moving out for BenBot. We'll see if it can deal with that burrowed Zergling. Overseer just pooped out a bunch of changelings, I guess. They're all grouping up, building an army. A paper army, if I've ever seen one. Okay, Caninana got out a decent army. It's got 51 lings, lots of queens, some roaches. That first Battlecruiser is now out. It's going to teleport into the main base of Caninana. We see BenBot saying tag flying CC reset. Looks like that ling will be dealt with, so the 4th base can land. Lots of queens come in here to help deal with this BC. It doesn't have Yamato cannon yet, so it will not get a kill, I don't think. Yeah, no kills on that BC. The queens will push it away. Spore Crawler's now getting dropped for the Zerg to help defend against these BCs. Lings deal with a Hellion, and yeah, Caninana has been given enough time that it's got up a bit of an economy, getting up an infestation pit. The infestation pit will be critical when it comes to dealing with the BCs of BenBot, as BenBot can always have them be neural parasited, teleported. That is one of the things Caninana is best at. We got the 4th, the 5th on the way now for the Zerg. And yeah, a very respectable macro game after that early game cheese. And once again, it's just impressive that these bot games can be so entertaining to cast. When it's I shouldn't say just the work of programmers, when it's the work of programmers that has created bots that actually have such entertaining games. We see queens trying to transfuse that Spore Crawler, however, a couple Yamato cannons and it does go down, so these queens are going to have to do the heavy lifting themselves. I mean, 2 BCs deals a lot of damage, though, 2 queens, so we're going to need to see those infestors, some more queens on the way for Caninana to deal with these BCs sooner rather than later. I mean, they're doing what they can, but the damage is not that high. They don't even have +1 yet, whereas the BCs have got +1 armor. That means the queens deal very minimal damage, and all the BCs, they find the infestation pit before Neural Parasite is done. That is so problematic, and I think it's gonna die. And oh, it does die. We see a Hydra Den get immediately placed there to replace it. But yeah, the infestors not having Neural Parasite, that is so problematic. And geez, I'm not sure what's going to be able to deal with these BCs. We see 6 spores on the way. I mean, Caninana, it's getting set up to deal with these BCs with the Neural Parasite teleport, but it's just not going to happen since the Neural Parasite's gone, and that could honestly be a game-winning move if BenBot just keeps sending in more and more BCs. We see a Hydra Den continuously attempted to build, but it's, I mean, yet to be built. I don't know if that drone's hanging out underground or what. And now we see a Hydra Den on the way, so that will be some more anti-air possibilities. However, it seems a little like it could be too little too late, seeing as how there is 4 BCs on the way now at a time for BenBot. Man, oh man, this Zerg bot really needed that infestation pit. A new one is being produced. But we're going to need to see a lot more Spore Crawlers. BenBot's attack to the main base being pretty successful so far. We've got a 5th and a 6th going up for this Terran bot. There is, however, a Ling being a nuisance. Supplies, definitely in favor for BenBot. It's maxed out, kills an infestor. The Zerg has got a decent economy going. Man, it's looking a little rough here for Caninana. There's the one infestor, it can potentially dump a fungal growth. However, I mean, there's Ravens to reveal them. That's going to be problematic. In come 3 Battlecruisers. There's currently 1 Hydralisk being produced to help deal with these BCs, and that is not good. The infestation pit once again going to be the target. The BC knows its natural predator. The transfuse cannot save it. That goes down. The queens, they seem to be ineffective when it comes to engaging these BCs. They're not really shooting at all. They're just staying out of the range, which is bizarre because a queen actually outranges a Battlecruiser, even if just by 1. And so yeah, I think Caninana may just be falling apart. Ling's attacking a siege tank, dealing with that. However, it was just never able to get established with that anti-air. It was so close. If it got that Neural Parasite, it could have started killing BCs. It had the Spore Crawler Forest ready to teleport them on there. And then the queens have just been a little too afraid to actually fight these BCs. Why are they not shooting? It's a classic case of bot over micro. it seems. Only one queen shooting these BCs at a time, and you gotta deal with your problems, guys. You can't just ignore 2 battlecruisers in your base and make that 4 battlecruisers, 6 battlecruisers. Looks like there's even one on the front as BenBot just has free reign of the Zerg's main, and now the third's not mining. The natural is being disrupted. Caninana is down to 111 supply. The command center had its parking spot stolen by a friend. But yeah, it looks like this one is BenBot's to win. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see a rematch between these two, potentially one in which Caninana doesn't get cheesed so hard or doesn't lose its infestation pit, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, let me know whether you guys prefer swimming in pools or in lakes or rivers for the summer. That's a good thing to comment for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. If you do want to support this commentary, consider becoming a YouTube member. That's the best way to go about it. I'm not going to start a Patreon for a channel this size, but if you do want to support, that is an option. And yeah, looks like BenBot just looking real darn good. It's been a while since I cast a BenBot game, but it is always doing well. Yeah, there's no way that Caninana is coming back from this one. I mean, it has creeped up all the map, so it's not going to be easy for BenBot to get another base, but it's not going to be easy for Caninana to live any longer. GG.